Hi. Good evening. My timeline, January 21st, Thursday. Let's see. Today I posted that video of me speaking my truth. Yeah, that was an interesting day. But let's see what's been going on. These last 2 days I've been sleeping for 7 hours, which is good. I've been really trying to listen to my body a little more, and it's funny, I didn't realize it until yesterday that I was having some discomfort in my eye when I would put pressure on it, and and I realized I had a sty. Ew. It is gross. So I had plans initially to go see my nieces and nephews today, and I canceled this morning because last night I was putting the heat compressions and just taking care of that, and then I thought about it this morning. I was like, oh, I still need to take care of it, and then I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I haven't washed my bed sheets in a while. And I haven't just I mean, it was one thing after another this morning of just like, oh, I haven't done this, oh, I need to do that, oh, I need to do that, like I have to wipe like the blades. It's like getting all gross, and just little housekeeping stuff around, and I want to catalog everything that I have, to find homes for it, for Spain, and realizing, oh, I need to really like print stuff out, and get that going. And I knew initially I just had this weekend set aside, but it was just something about the energy this morning. I felt really depleted almost. Like I felt exhausted, and like I felt good, but just tired. And I canceled going over, or rescheduled rather, for next week. And yeah, and just wanting to focus on this application, and kind of give it my all really, and yeah, and so that was my focus today, which really wasn't focused because I still felt like my energy was all over the place in terms of I was getting distracted. And so this morning I and I now in retrospect, I think the beginning of the week was just a lot of energy was kind of like taken out of me to deal with all these other relationships and interactions, and then of course the cry I had yesterday, right? I think that would really took a lot out of me actually. So this morning I woke up with my eyes puffy, aside from the fact that I have freaking sty in my eye. And it's not as gross as it is on the pictures because I was looking it up and I was just like, let me just make sure. And I've had it before, and I think I think it was because I've been crying and I don't take off my makeup when I'm crying or when I knock out. And I'm usually really good about taking off my makeup and stuff. But anyways, so this morning I don't go on Instagram or Facebook much. Every once in a while I do, and I'll post stuff. I used to go on it a lot. I used to kind of use that as my journal, if you will. Now it's like YouTube, but before it was that, and I would use it to like just post my progress. Like when I was lifting weights, I was using that as a motivation. Like, okay, I'm gonna post myself, post my progress and my daily like motivation, and just to keep myself accountable, right? And so I've noticed over the years, it's just so busy sometimes on there, with ads, and it's just, I mean, so anyways, I I was on there, and then I came across this painting at the shop, and I saw it, and it caught my attention. The color, it was so bright and purple, and it reminded me of my meditative experience. And oh, I don't have another pillow. I found these little cute pillows that kind of change colors. And got at the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. But and I like that it changed color. One of them was this like blue and purple color, and I loved it because it reminded me of like what I see when I meditate. And then I saw star one I have right here. But I love it. I love the texture of it. I love that I can just kind of like, you know, I mean, these are in, right? Like a lot of the kids like them. And I love how it feels. So just kind of moving back and forth. But the other one was like purple and this bright purple and blue color. And it just reminded me of when I meditate. So I came across this picture. I was like, oh, that's what it reminds me of. And then I got distracted and I was doing something else. And then I want to go back to it. And I couldn't find it. And then I had to get ready for my, oh, I had my tarot reading today. Oh, she's so awesome. So on point too. Like, it was just so on point. I did the Celtic one. And then she created this this one for the whole year. So I thought that was really cool. And she gives me like a write-up, which I love, and like a picture of it. So, and I did record the Celtic one, so I'm gonna look through that, and she did allow me to post, and so I'm gonna try to do like a snippet of it as a separate mini in between. I don't know, just so that you guys can see. And it was just really neat. I really appreciate how she sets it up. You know, she really sets up, you know, her philosophy on it, and it was just really neat to experience that. I've never had a personal reading done, and she was just on point for everything. And so I do have her contact information, and I'm not going to post it, but you're more than welcome to reach out to me through comments, and I can then forward or kind of check to see, you know, if she's available for personal readings. She prefers personal readings. So if you guys are interested, you know, just send me a comment, and I'll connect with you and kind of do it that way. But yeah, I was just excited about that. So that took up like the middle part of the day, and really excited about that. And I was able to connect with someone else that, you know, I had lost touch with for a few months with everything that's been going on. And so that was nice too, to just connect with her and see where she was at. And so where was I? The painting. So it had been in the back of my head. Like just there, lingering, and there was just like this pull to go see it. This pull, like, to just go see it clearly, and I just couldn't shake it off. You know how that feeling goes. So I couldn't shake it off, and I was hesitant. I was hesitant to go to the shop, and there was part of me that didn't want to go, and you know, just yeah, I was just kind of conflicted. And so then finally I was just like having that conversation with myself. I was like, okay, what does my heart want? Like, right? Like, I'm feeling the pull. Okay, follow the freaking pull, right? So I get in my car, and then I start seeing the signs. And so 5:55. I was like, okay. Well, my car is an hour ahead on the clock, and so it was technically 4:55. Well, initially it was 4:55. So on real time, but my car clock's at 5:55, and I just started laughing. And then all the way to the location, I was seeing the balance and the imbalance together. So it was like, I think for those of you guys that don't know, my balance sign is when there's a number, two numbers on each side. So like 1, 3, 1, right? And there's like balance in that set of numbers. 1, 3, 1. So like the ones are like balance. And then the imbalance for me would be like 133, right? Where it's double number separate. So the coordination of it is really cool when I see it when it's both combined, because I'm like, okay, it's like a validation for me, my own personal validation of that's what I had initially asked God, which is like, that's going to be my sign to know that I'm on the right track. And so I just saw a combination of that all the way there. So I was just like, okay, that, validation of that hesitancy within me, right? Too much in here. So, and not knowing if this person was there. And and I didn't reach out, just because this was my thing. And I think there was also a need for inspiration, and in that painting, just kind of, I couldn't shake it off. I just wanted to be close to it, and the purple, it just stood out, and so I get there, and of course he's there. So just check in really quick, and I didn't want to take him away from his work, and so I said hi, and then I just followed my intuition to where it was, and he wanted to help me find it. I'm like, no, I know where it's at. Like, I just knew where it was at, and I followed, and sure enough, I was like, and I was almost doubting myself too, like, because it's a 3-story shop, and so I was, part of me was like, yeah, I mean, I know where it is, and then there's a slight, a little doubt in your head, and just like, are you sure? But I followed my intuition and found it. And so I just had, I go to the store lately, and I've been putting my headphones on, and just kind of to be in my own little world, to not be distracted with what's going on around me, just to be in my own little space. And so I like doing that when I go to the store, and puts me in a good mood of dancing, and and then when I get closer to the cashier, then I kind of take it off, just to like be a little more aware of what's going on around me, and that it's actually like turned out really good, because I meet people, and sometimes they're not in like the best of moods, and so I always worry for the cashier. I used to be a cashier, so it's like I know what that feeling is like when you're confronted with someone who's like in a bad mood, or was delayed. So when I sense that from other people, and you could tell just in their body language, is like, or just kind of like looking at their clock, and like looking around, looking for the other aisles. So I pick up on that, and then I just start a conversation with them, to try to lighten the mood a little bit, or try to get them in a more positive state of mind, so that when they get to the cashier, they don't get the cash. I mean, everyone takes it on the cashier. Cashier has no control over it. So yeah, so I've been doing that a lot, and just to be more present in that moment, right? Instead of like in my own little world when I listen to music. So anyways, I'm going into the shop, check in, go downstairs, find it, and I'm just like, my music's on, and I'm just kind of staring at it, and then it's a different feel, a different mood for sure. And I guess it's the lighting, the light, it was just a different feel, more the more I looked at it, and the strokes, and just the movement, and like I just saw, it made me sad. It made me sad of just what I saw, and yeah. So and I don't know if it was just the lighting or the mood. I mean, I know the mood was different being up close to it, but the story it shared in my heart was sad. And I don't know how long I was there for, really. But at the end, I was like, okay, I'm done, right? I'm done. And I had to walk away from it. I was ready to walk away from it. Those dark pipes, I should just close the door, right? It's so loud. But go back upstairs. He's there. I'm gonna close the door. It's just too loud. don't think it helped much, but you know, something. So I go back upstairs, and he's there, and just kind of like he wanted to check in, and I was ready to go, and that feeling was just kind of there, you know, like just the you know, like I couldn't shake that off, and I got the feeling he wanted to talk some more, and I was ready to just finish. I had a lot of errands I needed to do, you know. That was another reason why I was a little hesitant to go, because I had to wash my bed sheets and still need to go to the grocery store and take care of a few other things on my list of things to do. And you know, this wasn't on my way to doing stuff, really. You know, it was like a planned pull, like following my pull. Like, okay, I have to not follow my rigid plan for the day, but just like I'm just feeling the pull, so I went with it. And then leaving, I was bummed out. And I just on the way back, like I did have like a little plan, like, okay, I'm gonna go here, go this route, you know, my car needs a car wash, I go to the grocery store. And the songs were there again, just different. The songs are just like that song by Katy Perry, Small Talk. Was it Katy Perry? I never heard it before. But is it Small Talk? And I was just like, like there were just parts of songs that was just kind of speaking to the storyline, really, right? And just kind of what was going on, and it just tripped me out. And anyways, so I'm headed to the grocery store, stop by Sprouts, and I'm just seeing like more signs. I was just like, okay. like there's this part of me that again just wants to disconnect, and then it just like the universe is just like, nope, here you go, you know. And so it's just weird. And then my sister calls me, right, and she's like calling dibs on certain stuff, personal stuff that I have, right? Because I mean, I'm already making plans to go to Spain, right? I'm believing that I'm going to get this position, even though I have yet to apply for it. I'm speaking it into existence, and you know, she's I'm already making plans. I've already spoken to a few people about like storing some of my stuff, and and she calls me, she's like, I want first dibs on this, I want first dibs on that when you leave. And I'm just like, well, I haven't left yet, right? This is in October. So and she's just like, still, I want to call dibs on them. I'm like, and just so that you know, I'm not selling certain items, they just need a home until I get back. And so she's like, I don't care, I just want them. I'm like, okay. So I mean, it was just pretty surreal, like this sensation of like, it's kind of like, you know, it feels like that one time at band camp, that it feels like that one time when I started speaking into existence this pull to leave my job. It feels like that, like I just kind of know that that's what's gonna happen, and I'm making plans for it, and then it's gonna happen. So it just, you know, it's just, it feels like it's just like it's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen. And I'm speaking it into existence, and people around me are preparing for it. So, you know, I really, I mean, the fact that I've connected with a lot of people already about Spain. I connected with another friend over the phone, my dear friend, and that I've missed so much. When I connected with him, and we were he's been to Spain too, and so I was just sharing with him just some of the crazy synchronicities that are coming up for me with Spain, and how just making that decision, and then all of a sudden, like, all these people and events are like falling into place, like supporting that decision almost. And so it's like, okay, I'm on the right track, right? I'm on the right track. And so there's more of that belief in that process, right? Because I'm seeing the signs, I'm paying attention to this, I'm being more aware, and being more in tune with what's in here. And it feels like it's gonna happen, right? It continued validation, right, of this initial pull that I felt, and what I imagined for myself, and it's just aligning. It's aligning. Oh gosh darn it. I put my clothes to wash and I forgot to put the timer. All right, that's my cue to like end this. Okay, so I came in, I turned on the washer, and it's about 20 minutes in, so I have like 10 more minutes before I'm gonna go get my clothes. All right, I just wanted to provide an update on just what I saw today, right? Just the synchronicities, right? Reassuring me for the doubt and the hesitation that I had, that I was on the right track. And then the tarot reading, which was awesome. And yeah, so stay tuned. All right, we'll see you guys. Bye.